Welcome to the After Hour Pod. We are Eastside Academy. It's your boy, Mr. Productions.
It's your boy section, and let's get right
Hey,
into it.
Wrestling Edition. Today, ladies and gentlemen, Wrestlemania. It is that season. Tis the season. Crash out season.
Crash
And
out
today we have
season.
a guest. Now, that guest is very knowledgeable of wrestling from the 80s, 90s, 2000s to the horrible 2010s. But
Horrible
hey,
2010.
Horrible. Horrible.
this person is knowledgeable. So I want to introduce to y'all. I don't know why that popped in my head. I'm gonna introduce to y'all my dad. So, Dad, introduce yourself.
Yo,
What?
what's good? What's good? Hughley Mosley, aka Dom's dad, aka very knowledgeable of
No
all
way.
these terrible genres of wrestling right now. So let's get to it.
Dom, you're dead. Okay, that is a surprise to say the least.
That
Wow.
is a surprise.
Wow.
So
Welcome.
there is no order. There is no order on how I'm going to do this. I just got the match cards in front of me. So I'm gonna go off of what I see first. So first match I'm going with Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano. Who do y'all got? And I'm starting off with you, section.
Well, the thing is, with the way WWE now, they're for they're for pushing their unknown agenda. So of course everybody knows who El Grande Americano is. It's no, but they're gonna do some surprise thing. I'm banking on it. They're gonna do some surprise. Maybe the place goes dark, and then they switch El Grande Americano for somebody else, like under the ring or something. So it's somebody that we didn't see coming. But right now we know it's Cat Gable. So I think like the Ray will win, but like the headpiece thing that he's been using, that's gonna be like interesting. So if he does win using that, uh, I can see where they would. Hmm. Now Ray would win, but it really depends where WWE wants to take this El Grande Americano storyline.
Mm. And now, what about you, Dad?
I mean, I don't understand why this whole thing is becoming bigger than what it is. I mean, first of all, it's a parody off of the lucha style of of wrestling. Chad Gable, doing his thing, trying to get under Ray's skin by doing what he's doing. I think they're gonna pull a fast one, and it's not gonna be Chad,
Hmm.
and then maybe somebody else.
There you
So who might that be? I don't know, but I can't wait to see. But all in all, I think Ray gonna win it.
Mm. Now, me personally, I have a twist because of what happened yesterday on SmackDown, and Ray needed assistance getting back to the gorilla position because it looks like he's hurt very bad. I think his replacement is going to be Ray Phoenix, and I'm going to give that win to Ray Phoenix. I feel like Chad's still
go.
going to
I feel like
he's
Ray's
still going to
still gonna
wrestle.
wrestle. I feel like Ray's still gonna wrestle. Like Ray has survived
Mm.
tougher situations. I wouldn't put it past him to not be there.
I do
But,
understand that, but
it's
it's
Ray.
also
It's
his
Ray.
age too.
Yeah, but this is Ray we talking about. I mean, like
Yeah.
Section said, he overcame worse things, especially
Yeah.
worse things than
Worse.
age. I mean, he'll be all right. He'll be in there.
It'll for sure be all right.
So what y'all saying is throw some dirt on it and walk with it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Pretty much.
All right. All right. Next match. The match I really have a problem with. War Raiders versus New Day for the World Tag Team Championships. So I'll go off first. So last night we had the Street Profits versus the Motor City Machine Guns. Ended up being disqualification because of DIY intervening. And it ended up becoming a ladder match for the tag titles, the SmackDown after Mania. Now, what pissed me off about this, we could have had this on Mania instead of the New Day and War Raiders. Now I get why they're doing it because New Day or Hills, they weren't on the last Mania card. I get that. Um, there really better be a surprise stipulation with this match, or Big E better show up and hold him. Because if not, and it's just a regular standard match, and the New Day just win, which hey, congratulations, or War Raiders win, hey, congratulations. I don't care. It better be one of the two, because this really pissed me off. I guess you did a ladder match last year, but we can do one, this year again.
Yeah, for sure.
But section, you could take it off.
It was really and the New Day thing I saw coming, right? I believe the New Day storyline has been pushed like far enough for like, let's say, a tag team run perspective. Like, of course, they're doing their new thing, their heels. We don't really know what to perceive with this, but like, as of right now, I don't see them winning. Right, the War Raiders, they just came back. Ivar just came back from injury, and he's overcome a lot. So when it comes to like the War Raiders themselves and what they're doing, I feel like for them to lose here and now at WrestleMania don't make too much sense to me. However, I can see the New Day winning just because the Big E storyline they still got to do, and if they were to lose the titles in the future, it'll be because of Big E getting involved. But yeah, overall, I expect this match to be a good match. Don't be surprised if Big E makes a appearance at some point. So yeah, either way, a lot to see with this match.
All right. And you, Dad?
All right, y'all being nice about this, so I'm just gonna say it. Why the hell is the War Raiders in WrestleMania? Why? Like,
Boy,
since
why?
when? Since when hasn't um Street Profits been money at Mania? Why aren't they at Mania? Why is this storyline being highlighted
Well,
over
That's
there?
what I'm saying.
that's a good question, and I got the answer for that. They're holding the Street Profits back for a higher storyline. What, I don't know, but if you want to have like a tag team title get defended at Mania, this is the place to do it. This is the team to do it. The War Raiders, I remember, they're not exactly horrible. I can see why a lot
No,
of
they're
people don't
not.
agree with them. They're not horrible. They're great wrestlers. They were great in
I'd rather see Ivar doing singles.
the fight horror.
I'd rather see Ivar
Well,
doing
they're
singles
not
in
ass.
NXT.
They're not ass.
Uh, I guess you're right, but I hope New Day wins. I
So,
hope Big E comes to his senses and turns heel as well and helps New Day.
Oh,
That might be a
hell.
thing.
nah,
I would love
bro.
After they
that.
talk all
I
that
would,
shit about you, you go join them,
I
you go
would
kiss their
personally love that
hell
and him
no.
to come out and be like, you know what,
Do,
you guys are right. I
do
wasn't
you?
there for y'all when I was hurt. You guys are right, and he do the right thing, and the whole daggone squad
That
turn
would
heel.
be so much
Mm,
wasted storyline if they do that.
Yeah, it'd be wasted. Man,
Because
That's just my
I'd
personal.
rather
I know
him
they
just
ain't gonna
hold
do it.
him or they stomp him out.
Hey, that's just my
Either
personal hope.
stomp
I
Big
know they
E
ain't
out
gonna
or
do
Big
it.
E hold him.
me hold
That's just that's just my personal hope. I know they ain't gonna do it. I hope New Day wins. I can't stand Viking Raiders, War Machine, whatever they want to be called this year to
Wow,
be in
really?
War
champions.
Machine.
I can't
Hmm.
stand it. I don't like Eric. I like Ivar Solo. I hope they lose. New Day for the win.
Your dad's
All
praying
right,
under
tell
the
us how you really
downfall,
feel.
bro. Your
All
dad's
right.
praying under the
Next
downfall is
match.
crazy.
All right, next match. Randy Orton versus the mystery opponent. Now, me personally, I think it's gonna be these three people: a returning Rusev, a debuting Hikaleo, or it could be Nick Aldis. But if it is a returning Rusev, there's a 50-50
Well,
chance Randy's
apparently
winning or
Rusev
losing.
is signed.
Yeah, he is
If
signed.
Rusev does come
If
back,
it's
I think they're gonna have him get like a big time gimmick. Like let's say, because this is what I'm hearing. Like he's gonna be like a really really strong like Gunther type like wrestler. I'm like
yeah.
he's gonna like get like this storyline where I've returned, but I've gotten way better. I'm not scared of nobody anymore, and all that stuff. So it's gonna be very interesting to see.
Mm-hmm. Now with Hikaleo, if Randy faces him, that's a win for Hikaleo. You don't pack up Hikaleo in his debut match because
You
after
don't.
Mania, we have to get back into this bloodline situation.
We do.
We have to. If Hikaleo shows up.
If he shows
Now, if
up.
it's Nick Aldis is winning. He ain't gonna eat two RKO's and then collect his money on these fines and not get his get
Bro,
back,
the Nick all
and then
this
have
thing
his
was
wife
so
mentioned.
funny. The Nick all like I want you to understand how funny the Nick all this thing is because he wants to wrestle. He's been cleared for years. It's just that this GM role it was an experimental role, but like they said the GM role is really good because they did not expect it to be this good. Like they were doing experiment roles with like Sonya. Remember when Sonya was there at NXT? That didn't work out. They did a lot. But they said, okay, we don't want to move Nick Aldis since we know he was like this very, very good wrestler like overseas and at TNA. If it's Nick, I can see Randy winning, but Nick is gonna gain Randy's respect finally. Because he's gonna like surprise him pulling out moves and stuff. But if it's Hikaleo now, it's not oh I can't see Randy losing, but it's gonna be a great match because Randy's gonna be like, oh shit, who is this? And of course he knows who he is. It's just I've never seen moves like this before, and I kind of do see Randy winning. But Hikaleo is gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna bring this match to you, and it's gonna be very bad, bro. Like you're gonna see exactly why like I am who I am, and I'm here for it.
Okay. And you, Dad?
Man, if little big brother Hikaleo come up here and debut at Mania, that'd be crazy. That would be crazy. But I think y'all forgetting one thing though about Nick Aldis. He's under three contracts with WWE: backstage, GM, and wrestler. So I don't think it's too far fetched that he may
Mm.
end up lifting it up at
He
Mania
did sign
with
as a
Orton.
wrestler, so
Yeah. I would love to see that, honestly. I mean, Randy Orton is old a few,
a
lumps in
few.
the head like all this. Do I see all this winning? No. Randy is money at Mania. Randy winning is a win for everybody at Mania, no matter who he's fighting. Now Rusev, that'd be a big money match. I would love to see that. I don't think it's
Hey,
going to happen. I don't think it's
did
going
you
to happen.
know?
But go ahead.
I've
Don't
heard
know what.
another rumor. It could be, and this is just a rumor, bro, but it could be Ryback because apparently Ryback on his Instagram and Twitter is saying, "Hey, I'm
No,
coming back."
no, no, no.
I'm
No, that's
crying.
listen, listen.
Hold on.
Let's not
I
mention
don't
his
know if
name.
y'all
Let's not
saw
mention
it.
his name. I already had a run-in with him.
I don't know if y'all saw
I know
it.
my situation with him. Don't that he will not be mentioned here. rumor or not?
I don't know if y'all saw it though, but the
No comment.
rumor is there. The rumor is there.
Oh my gosh! Imagine Punk and Ryback working at
We're
the same
gonna call
company
him.
again.
We're gonna call him Bag of Chips. All right, that's the name. Bag of Chips.
Exactly. Exactly. Where's the meme?
TikTok cat.
Imagine, imagine him and Punk being under the same roof again. I don't see that ending well at all. They haven't even
Yeah, I
spoken.
don't see that happen. He burnt them bridges.
Like, yeah. Mm-mm. I think he got beef with Triple H too. So nah, that'd be a
He
heck of a
got beef with
surprise though.
everybody.
But nah,
It would
yeah,
be.
everybody.
But check his Twitter. He's claiming that he's been signed.
Oh man, he's a troll. Come on.
He's a
I'm not
troll,
checking
but
that
like
Twitter. He gonna stay blocked. He
for the
blocked me
last
and then he
for the
unblocked me and then I
last
blocked
10
him back. He gonna
years,
stay
for
blocked.
the last 10 years, he's been trash talking WWE. He's been saying all sorts of shit like, "Oh, I'll never go back there, no matter what." But right now, he has just said like, "Yo, he's met with Triple H apparently. We don't know for what. I don't think he would troll about that, given like he literally hates the company."
Hmm.
And look, CM Punk came back after comments, bro. And we know how
Okay.
hated Logan Paul is. We know the things
Hmm.
that Logan Paul did. So what compared to those two, Ryback is a saint. So I'm not saying he can't come back, but for him to joke about something like that, especially since like he's been the guy saying, "Oh, fuck WWE" for years, I wouldn't put it
Man,
past. I wouldn't put it past Triple H to hire him.
we got a better chance of Mr. Perfect Son coming back and winning next year's Rumble.
No,
Finally.
we don't.
That ongoing thing. I've never been eliminated. We got a better chance of that storyline playing out. Come on.
I'm just saying, bro. I've seen the rumors that it's happened.
All right, we'll see what happens.
Nah,
I ain't holding my
nah.
breath. I ain't holding my breath, but we'll see what happens.
Not with Mark Henry and Booker T there. He ain't getting in.
Ah!
Mm-mm.
I
They
like how
don't
you
they don't
Henry
say
like
that.
him.
Moore. Not at all. Not at all.
But
But yeah,
next match.
yeah.
Jade Cargill versus Naomi. So section, I hand this off to you.
Now, when it comes to Jade Cargill, bro, this Naomi thing is really interesting to me, to say the least. But you see it, but like it's a funny situation, bro. Because this has been being built since last Mania, if you think about it. Like, oh, who's jealous of who? Who's been like in the room? Who's been like, the top and main contender for like the next WWE championship for black women, and not just black women in general. It's like a whole thing going on here with like jealousy. Who's the best friend? Who's better? And quite frankly, easily, I can see this swinging in Naomi's way. She has been due for a push for so long. She's been in the company like longer than a lot of people think. Like what, 13 years now, and she's been doing a good job. You know, and she's due for a push. I mean, look at Natalia. Natalia's been here since like what, 2006. She got her push. She won a championship. Where it's Naomi's time, and for her to be in such a group like Bianca Belair and Jade, I just don't see a situation now where like they're just okay, Naomi, your time's done. It's time to like put you back on the shelf. We don't need you anymore. No, Jade is gonna have her time, right? It's coming. But for now, I can see it easily being Naomi's time. as of right now, I don't know who would win that match, but you for sure Bianca's gonna get involved. I don't know whether mm, she come in and try to stop the fight with emotions or something, but right now I got no answer for that. It's gonna be a good match still. Might see some high flying. Might see some good moves. Uh, but yeah, for sure Bianca's gonna get involved. I just don't know how yet. Of course,
Mm.
Bianca does have that big triple threat
And you
match with
dead?
Rhea Ripley. We'll see.
I don't see Jade beating Naomi as well. Um, Naomi, like you said, has been here for about 13, 14 years. She's been a staple of the women's division. It's been a while since she, had her time. I think it's that time again. Mania season is perfect for it. And in my opinion, I think Jade is still a little too green.
Exactly.
I think, Jade still needs to be carried a little bit. And it's a shame the tag team of her and Bianca is going the way it is because of this whole Naomi situation. But even after this match, I see potential beef potential beef between Jade and Bianca. I mean, you saw how the interactions was last night between them two. You gonna choose her over me is what Jade said. When Bianca got in the middle of them two, trying to prevent whatever was going to happen, to happen. So I see a lot of things coming out of this. I see, Jade and Bianca coming out of this. I see, Naomi and Bianca. I see a triple threat to, seal the deal, through all of it. But you know, Naomi got this. It's her time. Uh, she ain't back for nothing. I'm pretty sure she came back with a few, perks she wanted, and a Mania win is due for her. So yeah, solo Mania win that is. So
It
I see
is
her
due.
winning.
A lot of people don't think it is, but it is due. Like when you're in a company this long, the company like
Mm.
repays you, right? And Naomi has never really had a WrestleMania like you know moment just like this, like not even close. She's never had a moment like this, and it's time. So when it comes to her and her like performances, she's been top notch. Of course, being the wife to Jimmy Uso, she has been like very loyal to this company, and she's like a veteran that a lot of people respect. So I feel like it's time for her really to like step out of the spotlight and just get a little traction. Her career is gonna be better. So if she does lose though, I don't think it'll be like a big deal. I think the storyline doesn't end here if she loses. They might pick it up raw after Mania and be like, hey, we're not done yet. And then maybe we have like a title situation going where Jade probably wins a title. Let's say she wins the IC title or US title, whether it's from Chelsea Green or Laya Valkyria, we don't know. And somehow Naomi gets involved. But either way, it's gonna be something to watch. Mhm.
Mm. Now, me personally, I have Jade winning. I do not see Naomi McIntyre getting
Oh
away
my
with a win.
god. No, he didn't.
You push me
Naomi
What?
onto a
McIntyre.
car, have me packed up for months, and you think that you're
Did
just
you
going to
hear
get
this?
away with an easy win? No, I'm stomping you out.
Did this man say Naomi McIntyre?
Background as I'm stomping you out.
He did.
Whose man's is this?
I'll be damned if we go through all that and she loses. Now, yes, she is green, yes, but you still would need to for this story. She has to get packed up. The only way I see Naomi winning because it looks like she's a chicken shit hill from the way it's looking like.
Oh my god. The
Depending
words.
where this match lands, night one or night two, this will also affect the triple threat for the women's match because I think Bianca will intervene somehow, and that's how Naomi will get the win. That's the only way I see Naomi getting the win. 1-on-1, Storm against Naomi McIntyre. No, that's a pack up. Jay's got that.
You
But
see, it's a backup, but
if
for
this
real though,
match somehow lands on night 2, ends up on
like
night 2, I'll say
I get it. You
then
say it's a
Bianca's not
backup.
winning.
I don't think it's a backup though, and here's
I
why.
think
It's very cliche to say, okay, of course Jade's the better wrestler, but like WWE is known for pulling out tricks out their bags, bro. Naomi could really win this, and remember, I say it's not really because she deserves it. It's Naomi we're talking about here. She knows how to wrestle, and she's like an entertainment prospect for the years.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to like surprising and all that stuff, easily I do see Naomi winning here. Like it's not rocket science. I see Naomi winning this.
All right. So when she get the glow stomped out of her, don't say nothing.
I
All
just
right,
want to say
man.
one thing, just to be clear. Jade is not Storm. She ain't built like that. Um,
Well,
um,
she was cosplaying as Shigo last night,
You
eh,
said she
so
don't
she could be
like
Shigo.
that.
I don't think she got it in her. I don't know. I don't think she has it in her to beat
She don't got
Naomi.
that dog in her, bro.
No, I don't. I don't think so. Naomi been doing this for a while now. Like
Hmm.
Jay's still learning.
That she is.
I don't see. I mean, even if Jay do pull off the win, I don't see Naomi getting stomped out that easily. Like it's going to be a fight regardless.
Yeah.
But nah, I don't see Jay
Oh,
walking away with this. Ain't no
it's
way.
gonna be a fight. Then she getting stomped.
What are you going to say?
We are going to see.
But the next match on the card, a match I really don't care a lot more better. It is Raquel and Liv versus Bianca, not Bianca, Bailey and Valkyria. I'll be honest with you, Liv and Raquel they retaining, and Bailey's turning on Valkyria.
Of course,
That
that's got to be
is
the play.
that is the most predictable thing I've ever seen. Bailey turns on everybody or
Everybody.
all
Yeah,
her groups. Either her group turn on her or she turns on them. Right? It's very obvious that that's gonna be the case. She has so shown signs as well. When Bailey gets too buddy with somebody, it usually ends up being like a disaster.
Mm-hmm.
Not to say
So
like, hey, Bailey's a great wrestler and all, but come on, we see it. We see this coming.
yeah.
Lyra needs competition for her IC title. The competition right now has to come from Bailey because that's like her closest, like closest friend right now. When it comes to them being friends or heels or whatever you want to call it. This might be like this might be a quick match. This might kick off WrestleMania, but
mm,
as it stands right now,
Nah, we got our 2 kickoffs. They already announced it.
where are they?
they kicking off
For
night two, right?
night 1, I want to say it is Gunther versus Jay, and then night 2
Mm-hmm.
is the women's triple threat match.
Wait, so where's CM Punk for WrestleMania moment main event?
It's gonna main event around night 1 apparently.
They're the main event of night 1.
Okay.
But anywho, of that disaster of a tag
Bro.
match,
Yeah.
AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. I have AJ has had the Hall of Famer losing to Logan Paul. Now, yes, Logan Paul is a great wrestler. I just can't see AJ losing to Logan on the biggest stage of them all.
I don't know who to choose for this one. Um, when it comes to WrestleMania, they're both money. Um,
It-
I think Logan's due
mhm.
for a win. Um, it's not really gonna hurt AJ if he loses to Logan Paul. It's not really gonna hurt him at all.
No, it's not gonna
Um,
hurt him.
I think Logan needs this more than AJ for us to continue to try to take him seriously in this sport. Um, just like the Miz, at some point you gotta be more than just a trash talker. You gotta be able to back it up and pull out some dubs. The Miz is a perfect example of that, and look where he's at. I think Logan Paul could be on that same track at some point, but it has to start tonight with a Mania win, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
definitely has to start tonight, if anything. Uh, a lot of people don't like
Mhm.
Logan. I can see why, but like regardless you want to say about him, he's a great wrestler. He's talented. He knows what he's doing, and he's a heel. People are booing him, so and the more they boo him, the more he gets paid. I guess they don't understand what heels are in WWE. No, nobody likes him. Great, he's a heel. If he was a face and nobody likes him, the company would have written him off a long time ago. But regardless, he's a good wrestler. He knows what he's doing. Who else to push his career more than AJ Styles? AJ doesn't need this win. He doesn't need to win. Like
Not at
he
all.
says, AJ's at the end of his career. He himself said next year or the year after could be my final year. Like he's looking to retire. So AJ winning here does nothing for him. He accomplished everything in New Japan, everything in TNA. He has nothing here to gain. Logan, I can see him winning, but he's gonna be cheap about it. Like let's say a cheap shot or a low blow when the referee's not looking. I can see that what happening. It wouldn't really hurt AJ's legacy to lose, but it would be like equal here if he loses like to like a cheap shot. Because like Logan, I guess WWE has big plans for Logan. Say like I don't know, maybe a championship one day where he's main eventing WrestleMania himself. But right now, I don't see AJ winning this match. Like nothing, it does nothing for him really. So it's gonna be a good match regardless. Two high flyers. So we'll see.
Mhm. Okay. Next match on the card: LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu for the U.S. title.
Talk about
Now,
getting stomped out.
I want Jacob to win, but the thing they've been doing with Solo and Solo costing him a match, and I can see them giving it to LA Knight back to back wins at Mania, but I really want Jacob to win. But what are your thoughts on this match? Section.
Jacob is for sure winning this match, bro. There is no like when it comes to Jacob and his pushing, like it's been what 6 7 months since Jacob being like his individual guy, and right now, as it stands, he's doing a great job at it. Like regardless of what you want to say about Jacob and his talents, he's a very great wrestler. Everybody knows that.
Oh yeah, fantastic wrestler.
Fantastic. His mic skills are incredible.
And all that
I
sounds
think
nice,
it's
but
gonna
I really just
be
hope the Samoan Suge Knight don't interrupt the match.
I can't with you.
Suge Knight.
Like, I really just don't want to see that, because
I mean, you're right.
if he calls him, then that means Hikuleo joined in the group, because that's the
Hmm.
only equalizer you're going to have for Jacob.
Hmm.
But what are your thoughts on this match, Dad?
I mean, either way, I see Jacob winning. There's no way
Mm,
you could write this story and not have Jacob losing, or not have Jacob winning this match. Um, I believe the LA Knight saga has ran its course. I'm over the Yale movement. I'm
Yeah,
over, you know,
I'm over that shit too.
all that. Um, it's time to stomp him out and pack him up, as you said with the Jade and Naomi situation. It's time, let's stomp LA Knight out. Yeah, and pack him up. Tired of it. Jacob for the win.
nah, I'm
Now,
not tired of it.
now, if
It ain't ran this course yet.
mm, now the
Mm,
Samoan should know if he does get involved.
Samoa.
If he does sneak in, great. But let it to be Hikuleo debuting and just wrecking Jacob at the end of the match. That'll sell more for me. But Jacob got to win first.
mm.
Yeah,
And it's going to be a short match. It's got to be a short match. I mean, ain't no way LNA going to stand toe to toe with him and go 20 minutes. Nah, it's got to be a short match. Get him out of here quick.
I agree.
Okay,
Yeah, it's not gonna be
okay.
a short match. I feel like we're gonna see some domination here, like some John Cena and I guess Brock Lesnar back in 2013. Remember that? How crazy
Hmm.
that was? It's gonna be
Yeah.
some domination type shit. So regardless of what else happens during the match, uh maybe LA is gonna get like some momentum that yeah shit going on, but like right now as it stands, no. Like no. Again, we like I love LA. He's a great wrestler, but like he's run his course. Like he had this title for like what 7 months, lost it, won it back. Like it's time for Jacob, bro. And they've been pushing him so hard. So I'm not. I wouldn't be surprised if they flat out just have him win here and have him hold that title and make that title like so great that because like Gunther had his IC title reign and he made the IC title great.
Hmm.
This is Jacob making the US title look great. So
Exactly.
this is his time to shine.
And we
If
can
not
finally
that,
have
then what do
somebody surpass Dean Ambrose or John Moxley's, record with that title.
Yep.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah. I see it.
If not, then Jacob being in a spot in this spot is for nothing. Like, what's the point?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. We have, yep. We have the Intercontinental Championship. Finn versus Braun versus Penta versus Dom. Me personally, I got Dominic.
Yeah.
Ah, why?
Yeah. It's
It's
got
it's
to be
Why do
Dom.
you have
it's
Dominic
it's time.
Mysterio?
It's time, man.
It's not.
He's earned
You
it.
see, no, he's not. All right, all right, all right. Dom is an entertainer, right? I'm not going to deny that he knows what he's doing. He's a heel, yes. He's a great heel. But regardless, no, it's not his time. He's a future in this company, not because like Ray's his father, but like he's been a part of some great storylines. The Judgment Day, he's been a part of like uh, if he does win here, it'd be so funny though.
It'd
Because
be
like
perfect.
the Finn storyline thing would be like him crashing out every time. But like again, I don't see it happening. No. But hey, we don't know, anything can happen. But I think there's a retain here, man. I just don't see anything changing here. There's gonna be a retain here.
Mm. I got Dom winning. I
And you,
got
Dad?
him. I got Dom winning. I got Dom pinning creepy Uncle Finn, and causing more of a rift, between him and the Judgment Day. I mean, he's going to be packed up out of that group anyway. We've been seeing the signs. It's coming. Um, yeah, I don't see Braun Breaker holding this title after Mania. Well, it would be a great story for him, but I think the bigger story would be Dom winning and Judgment Day story and all this. Um, Nothing against Penta. Penta's great. It's too early for
Mhm.
him though. Too early for him. I would hate for them to give him the Lyra Valkyria treatment, and just give him a title way too soon. Um,
Yeah, to be honest, Lara did not work for that title, bro.
she didn't.
I
I
get,
can't stand it.
I get it. She's a prodigy. The world loves her. But like right as of right now, where I'm seeing this title and what it means,
Hmm.
like, and they just gave it to her like that. I know the tournament and everything, but like, come on,
I would have been more okay if they gave it to Roxanne that way.
it would have made
That-
way more sense
It
if
would have
Roxanne got it.
exactly. Yeah, way more sense. And because of what WWE is doing with her, I don't like her. It's not nothing against her personally, but
Yeah, you
they
see, what WWE fails to understand, like when we say we don't like wrestlers, it's not because of like them being face or heel or their gimmick sucks. Like they're over pushed,
hmm
and over pushing is not a good thing for this company
unless it makes sense.
unless it makes sense. Because the Roman over pushing made sense because you're making
Hmm.
him strong. The tribal chief gimmick is good. It made
Not only
sense.
him, but his family.
Yeah, it just made
Mm-hmm.
sense.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
But right now, this
But
whole Lyra thing doesn't make sense
Mm-mm.
at all.
hmm, if Finn wins it, it's because of Liv.
You think Liv turns on Dom?
Yep.
Now, Liv's gonna be
Because
at
women don't
ringside.
forget. And think about all the times that Dom has came up short when it came to
That
him
would be
helping
funny.
her at slightly slight moments, and she ain't forgot those moments
I know she hasn't, but that would be so funny
That would be
because she
funny.
don't got the
But
title.
what?
She ain't got the title no more
True.
because
because
of
there's
him. She
the
won it
thing with
because of him. She won
the
it
scene
because
with
of him, but now
Rhea
she doesn't have it
Ripley.
because of him.
Thing with like Rhea
Uh,
just betraying. Oh, I did mention this before, like months ago, that hey, Rhea is playing a game and Dom's involved, but it's like they don't know this. But Liv is gonna get betrayed because they're playing this long term story where Dom was only with Liv to get like, I don't know, internal knowledge from the Judgment Day, just so Damian
mm.
Priest and Rhea can come back and kick them out, and Carlito, and it, it it's a whole like bunch of things I've seen on the internet. But again, for Liv to betray Dom right now is crazy.
I mean, to me, it
I can
makes
see it.
sense. I mean, Liv already done everything she said she was going to do. She was going to take Dom. She was going to take the title. She was going to take Judgment Day. Check, check, check. She don't really
Hmm.
need to hold on to Dom anymore. And she's closer to Finn than Dom anyway. Let's go back a bit. The whole Finn Balor versus Liv Morgan versus AJ Styles. I mean, not I'm sorry, Liv, Finn and AJ versus Judgment Day. You
Yep,
Mm.
know,
that's the early days.
that's there's history there. Finn already beefing with Dom. You know, I can see her choosing Finn over Dom and Dom being outed. I mean, rumor is he's going to SmackDown anyway
Well, it
at some
depends on
point.
what happens with the Paul Heyman thing.
Hmm.
I don't know if y'all saw the
Rum,
news that
Mm.
Roman claims that this is his last year of wrestling, or a year or two, because he wants to pursue acting, just like his cousin The
He said
Rock.
something about he got a few years in him,
yeah,
Mm. He wants to
but you're
act.
right.
so he gonna be
Like,
part time and very hard.
Yeah,
he's gonna go with the Rock, the Batista route, where like you can make more money in Hollywood by not doing wrestling, and he deserves it. Like he's been in this company 12 years now, so
yeah.
he deserves it. He's done a lot. He doesn't need the title anymore. If he gets it back, good for him. But you know, right now, as it stands, I just don't see like again, Roman deserves everything he's ever worked for.
Hmm.
And what happens after Mania, whether like he wins the triple threat match or he loses, he's done it all already.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right, Dom, we gotta
So
wrap this up real quick.
Drew versus Damian Priest street fight. I got Drew.
It's got to be Drew.
I got Drew just because
Yep.
of who he
It
is
only make
and
it
what
only
he
makes
can do.
sense.
Hmm.
I got Drew just because of what he can do and who he is. It's gonna be a fight regardless,
Mm.
but I can easily see this being like the type of match where Drew has to win, and he's gonna do anything dirty to win as usual. But when it comes to like per se what, when it comes to career storylines, I think it benefits Drew more to win because again, this is just like personal beef, like personal locker room beef and shit. I do see Drew winning, but again, he's gonna pull off some underhanded tactics to stuff to win. So yeah, all right, 5 minutes. I got 5 minutes till I
Okay.
go. Mhm. I gotta run.
All right. Then we gonna run right through these championship matches. All right. Jay versus Gunther for the
All right. He, he already know how I feel about the Yeet movement. I think it's overpushed. Jay is overpushed.
Yeet.
I don't dislike. Stop. I don't dislike Jay. It's just that. Come on, man. Jay 4 moves Uso main eventing WrestleMania. Is that what we're here for?
It's not realistic.
It's not realistic. It's not it's not WWE esque. This is not
Hmm.
what we signed up for. Jay is a great wrestler. Don't get me wrong. He comes from a great family. The Samoan background is it's a very strong background in wrestling. We all know that. But for Jay Uso, a certified tag team technician, right? Because that's
Hmm.
what it is. To main event WrestleMania right now is kind of wild. It's kind of wild. He's been and
Mm.
apparently it's been leaked that he will win because like the movement is so behind him and WWE they vowed not to waste opportunities like this anymore.
I can't get behind it because to me
I
that's not what
can't.
wrestling is.
It's not. I can't get behind it either. But
Mm-mm.
as of right now, we can't do anything about it. And apparently, it's leaked that he will win. So all I can say is, hey, let's see how the storyline goes. And again, Gunther has been a great champion in WWE, whether he was IC champion, World Heavyweight champion, or even NXT champion when he was back in NXT. Um, as of right now, I got nothing to say to Gunther
Mm-mm.
losing. It is a disappointment. The Gunther fans in general, they're gonna be like, "Oh shit, screw this." But
Mm-hmm.
I have Jay winning. It's gonna be a bloody match. I think there will be blood involved,
Of course,
but
of
after
course.
Jay has to get this one.
he has to,
I mean, does he really?
I think he has to
Yes.
for his career. But I don't like it because I still think he's overpushed. He has to get the win. Yes.
Mm, I'm sick of it going through.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
All right. Next
the
match. Next
women's
match.
triple threat match for the women's world title: Bianca versus Rhea versus Io. I have Io winning.
Io
Yeah, me too.
retain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I think it's easy to predict that Io will be retaining here because
Now, the only
they
way I see Bianca winning is if the cause and effect from the Jade match with Naomi,
Mm.
yeah.
and plus her
Okay.
undefeated streak will be on the line as well.
Mm-hmm. It's got and sometimes.
Hmm. But I have Io.
Yeah. Same here.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Bianca is
The
just
women's championship:
real quick.
Tiffany Stratton
With the
versus
thing with
Charlotte.
Bianca right now, uh, Bianca has said on Instagram that she doesn't really need the title. I think that's like a leak that she's not winning. So
Mm.
yeah,
Mm,
I think WWE's
I don't
mad that
know.
she didn't say that. So yeah, she's not winning. For Rhea, it really don't make sense for Io to be here just for her to retain again. It's just okay. Why did Io be here then? So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Io's definitely retaining.
The match is gonna be great. The build was shit,
Yeah.
Yeah, the bullshit.
but the women's championship: Charlotte versus Tiffany. I have Charlotte winning.
Well, when it comes to real life beef, I guess they really do hate each other.
Hmm.
But the Charlotte thing, a lot of people would be mad if she wins because people are saying, "Oh, she's been overpushed so much."
At this
I mean,
point,
she
that's her
has.
gimmick.
Now, the
At this
reason I
point, that's her
have
gimmick.
Charlotte winning is because Tiffany's hometown, Minnesota, she's supposed to I think they're going to run this into three matches. And the final match is gonna be at SummerSlam, and that's gonna be two-night event. And for her to get that win and the final win over Charlotte in her hometown, that'll be her
Yeah,
her big moment.
it would be a big moment. Yeah.
It would, yeah.
Only thing that won't be good is we'll be seeing a whole bunch of dirty Viking fans. But it is what it is.
Oh my god.
My
But
goodness.
yes, with that, I have to run now. So,
Okay.
Mr. Productions, I
So
thank you.
mhm.
See QZ Mosley, I thank you. But yeah, this will be a great WrestleMania. I would. Well, here's my pre-predictions. I will give this a 10 out of 10 WrestleMania. The match cards do look good. It looks stacked, and we will do something for Raw after Mania to like cover everything. But yeah,
Mhm.
I'll be working during WrestleMania, so unfortunately, so uh, yeah. Regardless, it's gonna be good. Well, thank you
Mhm.
for having me, guys. And again,
Mhm.
let me tell you something real quick,
Oh
man.
my goodness.
Pop's gonna know today. He gonna find out today. When it comes to certain women in WWE,
Oh boy.
we really do appreciate our women, don't we? Don't we, Dom?
I
We
do,
really do.
but the
There
way
is
you
no
do it's
buts.
different.
Well, yes, there are buts. When it comes to women, we appreciate certain women above others. When it comes to Nikita Lyons, when it comes to Nia Jax, when it comes to hey, there's a plethora of them, man. But Dom knows about it. He can tell you about it later. But hey, see you guys. Good for having me. I'm gone.
Oh boy.
Let's continue.
Yeah.
All right. Night one main event, triple threat. Rollins versus Punk versus Reigns with Heyman in Punk's corner.
I mean, if Rollins don't win this and walk away with Heyman, this is all for nothing.
Mm.
I see him being tired of being pushed around by his tribal chief. I see him having to turn on Punk because he's sick and tired of having to defend their relationship. And at this point, Paul just needs a break. He
He's
just
about to
needs a
lose the rest
break.
of his hair.
Yeah. They spoke, very briefly about, the favor that Paul wouldn't cash in on with Seth Rollins on Monday. Seth said he don't see, Paul, keeping his word on that. But I think it's going to happen. It's going to shock the world.
Mm. I got Rollins winning too
Mm,
because I don't see Roman winning. I don't.
nah,
Punk
for
is
what?
50-50, but Rollins, I really see him winning. After him being the MVP at the last Mania, he
Hmm.
deserves a win here,
Yeah.
especially the story they're telling. And plus, I can see Heyman betraying both of them
Hmm.
or him just betraying Roman. Because let's be
Hmm.
honest, Heyman already betrayed Punk years ago, 2013 Money in the Bank. He clacked him right in the back of his head with that ladder. People just don't
Oh
remember it.
yeah, I remember it.
They
Hmm.
all because they didn't see each other in a long time doesn't mean this goody two shoes they good. No.
Exactly. You
Punk
heard what Punk said
Punk
when he
will
came
always
back,
remember that. Mm-hmm.
right? You heard what he said when he came back. He's here to make money, not friends.
Mm-hmm.
Seth continues to point that out. He's here for the money, not for the fans, not for Paul Heyman, for himself, and for the money.
Mm-hmm. And there's so much story in this match for everybody in here.
Hmm.
And I can see Seth pinning Roman.
I hope so.
It'd be another edge to their rivalry because Roman has not beaten Seth clean. He
Nope.
has not.
Mm-mm.
Sure, you could say he beat him at that trash Royal Rumble that was booked by Shane
Nope.
McMahon, but
That was trash.
you can't really count it as a win. He didn't let go of the hold. He choked Seth out, and it'll become a disqualification, which is another
Hmm.
win under Seth's belt.
Yeah.
So I could see them running their one-on-one at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
But all that being said, I can see Rollins winning.
Yeah. Rollins won't win it. Do you see the Shield chair being used?
Oh yes, yes. Mm-hmm.
Michael Cole cracks me up. That's the Shield chair.
Yeah, he didn't need emphasis on that. He really didn't. We're not that
Right.
dumb. There are some dumb fans, but not all of us are them. I
Exactly.
remember that day. I remember
Hmm.
June 6, 2014. I remember that day.
Yeah.
I
It's
remember the
burned.
one dude in the back yelling no.
Exactly. It's etched in our brains. Like that's
Yep.
hard to forget.
Yeah.
Very hard to forget. That's like
Now,
forgetting like a
mhm,
Seven Marty Jannetty. Like it's on that level.
mhm. Now the main event: Cena versus Cody. I got Cena. It only makes sense. I think The Rock showing up. I think Travis Black Eye Scott is going to show up. It's
Oh man,
it only makes sense. If Cody
I see
win,
what you do.
he's getting booed, and
Hmm.
it's going to be much worse than what it was in AEW.
Right.
Much worse. If Cena wins, he's going to get cheered. And
Hmm.
Cena, no, not Cena. Cody's been proving Cena's point throughout these promo battles. He proved
The
it
whole
last night.
time.
And the thing is, Cody got booed last night. He was
Yeah.
cutting that promo, and the crowd looked at Cody and was like, "What you gonna say?" Soon as he
Hmm.
opened up his mouth, boos,
Yep.
and then he caught the crowd just like that, and then the boos turned right back to Cena.
Hmm.
Now, the way it's looking, I think Cena could have turned heel without The Rock, because if The Rock wasn't going to be on screen at least twice or once, he could have turned heel without The Rock. He didn't need to sell his soul if that was the case.
Right.
I see why they did it, but it's like now if The Rock doesn't show up, I still see Cena winning, but it's like it'd be
Hmm.
a letdown of what the story was supposed to be.
I'll put it this way: regardless of who wins the match, The Rock wins.
That is true.
Regardless. Now, me personally, I would love to see Cena win that 17th. Not a Cena
Oh,
fan, but it'd be funny for Cena to win that 17th and just run home with it. Um, that'll kind of play into the rumor that's going around that Triple H is in a hurry to create a new title to be the World Heavyweight Championship. That will play into that a bit. But I would like for Cena to win this match. I don't want to see Born behind Cody holding the title anymore. I mean, you finish your story, story's over, time to push forward. Like I can't stand him with the belt. I really can't.
now when Cena wins, because I know he's talking about retiring that championship,
Hmm.
but if he doesn't and he goes on a defending tour, who do you see taking the belt off of him?
Hmm. It would have to be. Oh man, I got so many names in my head right now.
I don't think it's gonna be Gunther because right after he lose the title, he got to get into his little
Yeah,
program with Goldberg.
yeah, it's
Because I
not
ain't
gonna
forget
be
about
Gunther.
that.
Oh yeah, 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 that's gonna happen. Um, it's oh my gosh. Randy Orton. That's gotta be his final match.
Mm,
That's the only match that makes sense for that to be his final match.
I could see that. I could see that. You know what? If Edge wasn't in AEW
Uh
and
huh.
Edge was getting built up good, I could see Edge taking up the title because that's his greatest rival of all time, with Randy
True.
being like second.
Hmm. And
Or I
check
could
this
even
out
see
also.
Punk taking it off him
True.
because Punk had words for him after Elimination
True.
Chamber, and he had words for him and The Rock.
True. But the reason why I say Orton is because you know because of the Cody Rhodes comeback and the way he's been going, we're
Hmm.
still old that teacher versus student rivalry between Orton and Cody Rhodes.
That is true.
for the title. Now, let's say some way, by miracle, Cody wins,
I hope
and then
not.
he goes, and I hope not to, and then he goes on to, pick out his next challenger, and it's Randy Orton. That'd be one way to do it. But I would much rather see a heel champion Orton kick the crap out of Cody Rhodes.
I would love to too, but only time will tell.
Hmm.
I know Stand and Deliver just started.
Wait, that's
Speaking
on
of
now?
Stand and Deliver, yeah, they said it started at 12,
Okay, okay. You're
but
right.
it
You're
could
right.
it
Right.
could be the pre-show, and the show
Yeah, it
started at
probably, it
1.
probably is. Yeah, it probably is.
Speaking of a little bit of NXT before we go,
Mhm.
how do you been feeling about the whole are they called the Dark Order or the Dark Side? Whatever they call.
Dark Side, yeah. I've been loving
Okay,
it. Yeah, I've been loving it.
I've been loving it too.
Um, I really think that's Trick Williams' group.
Yeah, I believe that
Uh,
too.
some people have been saying, maybe it's Javon's group. They're all young. Nah. Mm-mm.
Nah, nah.
Uh, Trick is tired of being the good guy. He's tired of being on the fence. He's just tired. And this will be his way to get his title back. They're going to be involved in the title match.
Oh yeah.
This will be his way to get his title back and run NXT the way he's
Hmm.
been wanting to run NXT. He's literally Carmelo Hayes right now.
Basically.
As much as he don't want to admit it, he's literally him. And it's time for him to,
Yeah.
just embrace it.
So who do you got winning the women's North American Championship?
Honestly, give it to Carmen.
Hmm.
Carmen Petrovic. Give it to her. I would like to see where that goes.
Interesting. My two choices was
Hmm.
either give it to Lola Vice or Jada Parker because they really earned it. As much as they've been working,
Jada, so she can lose it her next match.
shut up.
She'll literally be Charlotte Flair. Win the title, lose the title. Like, nah.
All right. So what about Lola? Do you feel comfortable with that?
Well, she got to do more than a spinning back fist for me. I'm sorry. That's all she really is that back fist and
Spinning.
dancing. Spinning back fist and dancing. That's all she really is to me. I don't really take her seriously.
Dang.
Just keep her in the underground matches, in my opinion.
Oh, I forgot. I'm looking at it now. Dang. Hold on. Let me scroll back.
Hmm.
Oh, she's not even in the Jada's in the NXT women's title match. I confused it.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're right.
Okay.
You're
Oh, if
right.
that's the
You're
case,
right.
then I could either see Soruka or Zarya and still Lola Vice. I could see any of those three because of the
So they're
women's
going to have
ladder
to push
match.
Zarya. They're going to have to push Zarya the right way for her to even be considered to becoming champion. Like she was booked, she was presented to us as this Brock Lesnar esque type chick, and that's not what we're getting. We're getting this happy-go-lucky, always smiling, tag team in Zarya. No, she's supposed to be kicking everybody's ass.
Hmm. Who do you got winning the women's NXT title? Me personally, I got Jordan Grace
Jordan Grace.
because I, I
Gotta be
want to
Jordan
see
Grace.
I want to see Stephanie and Julia on the main roster, and
Yeah, same here.
because what I just saw on Instagram on World Culture Wrestling,
Hmm.
there's 3 female talents from Stardom that were standing in the ring with Karrion Cross and a few other wrestlers and a few from NXT. And
Hmm.
Karrion was I don't know if he was cutting a promo or he was just just talking. Now for Karrion to be there, that means this show's taking place in Vegas.
Okay.
I think we're going to have some surprises with the women's division. If
Well,
these
who's
three
going to be
faces
there?
are going to show up, I'm not going to say their names. I'm going to keep them a surprise. But it's three
Okay.
people that I've been waiting for.
Okay.
Because once I saw that, I was
With
like,
that,
oh yeah, we're going to
with
cook. And
that
if
being
they all
said,
go to NXT,
mhm.
it's
With that
up.
being said, it must be Stardom females. With that being said, uh, I got three names in mind as well. Now that you
Mhm.
bring that up, it'll be about time. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yep. But that brings us to the end of this episode of the Wrestling Edition. I just want to say thank you, Dad. Thank you, Section. When you see this, thank y'all for joining. I'll be
And
happy
thank you
to
for having
see
me.
y'all on Monday for the review of WrestleMania. Luckily, some of our predictions come true. Some of the ones we don't want to not come true.
All right.
Mm-hmm. But Dad, you could tell them where tell them your social media links where they can find you.
They can find me on Instagram, q.mosley83, and you can also find me on Twitch at qzmosley.
And with that being said, you can follow the After Hour Pod on Instagram, X, and TikTok at the After Hour Pod. You can follow our gaming channel, ESA Gaming, on Instagram and X and TikTok. You can follow me, Mr. Productions, Mr. Productions 316 on Instagram, X, and Twitter and TikTok. And with that being said, we'll see you guys Monday.